Hi everyone, this is Sunette. In this video we're continuing with the knees and the sharp, sudden, unexpected pain points. So here I am doing a bit of a mix between a personality that you may have lived for most of your life, but at the same time how the pain that that you're becoming aware of is actually demonstrating a immediate point that you have accessed inside yourself, that your body is essentially trying to use a moment where you've accessed, let's say, an ego personality to say to you, hey, this is it, here's the point, quickly look back, like a split second ago you went into the point that is causing this pain. And if you slow down and look into it, you're going to be able to have access to a personality, a pattern, a way of thinking and reacting that you've been living with for most of your life, or have created quite recently, but is creating a very sharp, direct, deep, almost penetrating effect in your physical body. Alright, so here sharp pains can indicate one of two things. It is your body sounding an alarm for you to wake up. Okay, it's really saying, hey, you've got to wake up, something's happening right here in this point and it's causing damage. So that's also why it's sharp, is it really wakes you up even for a moment. It gives you like that wake up call, that shock for a brief moment. So what I'd like everyone to do is, for this video, have a look at noting down in your everyday life the sharp pains that you become aware of in your body, and challenge yourself to also be able to, the moment you feel it, look inside yourself and go, what was I thinking about a moment ago? What was I experiencing? What was my body language, my feel of myself saying about me? If you can describe it, define it, give it a word, or even remember where your thoughts were, your emotions, your behavior, your general experience, and you ask yourself, like, let's say you had a sudden sharp pain and you look back and you realize you were thinking about supper, but then you've got to ask yourself, about who was I in thinking about supper? What was my experience, my feel, my presence in that moment? Then you realize, oh my God, I was in panic. I mean, thinking about supper in panic is not going to do me any good. It's going to rush my thoughts. It's going to get my heart rate up. I know it's going to get and possibly awaken the beast of many other emotions, because I know I've been in it as well. I've got this like cascading effect of thinking about supper, then going into a panic, then being overwhelmed with anxiety and fear because I don't know what to cook, and then my mind is not there for me in the time that I really need it the most, in giving me some ideas. All that's coming up is things I've recently made. So it just ends up in chaos. And, then you've got to go back and have a look, but how often and how much are you accepting and allowing yourself to think about supper in a moment of panic? You might realize you've been living and existing in that state for most of your life. This is constant way in which you're approaching your day that's leading to the eventual point of you ending up in a panic about supper. And instead of realizing how much more easier you'll make your life for yourself if you either delegate the responsibility of supper or have a look at planning, time management, organizing something in like a weekly plan or a monthly plan, or a plan A or plan B in evenings, but to start changing even the little things that are creating these moments of reactions, of emotions within yourself and your body. You know, we don't realize, we think, again, that's a small moment that happens maybe once a day. But again, a reminder for everyone, you know, we think, again, a day is a day. You know, whatever emotions we're going through and whatever sharp pains we are inducing into the body or, exposing the body to is only lasting for that one day. Plus, most of the time, we are so busy up in here and out there that we even forget, you know, our timeline of how much and how often, for how long we have existed in a state of reacting and responding to an everyday life situation. But everyone, every single day in the life of you is memorized, is remembered in here. It is stored, it is layered, it is suppressed, it is absorbed. Your body is like the sponge that absorbs everything that you expose it to from in here and from in here. And that accumulates over time, and it actually changes the health, state, condition and feel of your body, eventually leading to influencing your body functioning, your health. And if your body is slowly but surely deteriorating, your mind slowly but surely starts deteriorating, your energy starts deteriorating, and this can even in turn affect and influence that passion, that lust, that motivation, that drive for life. Which is an interesting point that I've also been working with in asking myself sometimes where that drive, that passion, that motivation, that will in me that I had gone sometimes. it just feels like it's not there, but I have a remembrance of it. And more often than not, it's these little moments where I've like literally channeled all that life energy into these emotions that are being stored in my body. That's these, in a way, a silent killer of myself, the best of me, the best I can give to myself and my body and my life. Alright everyone, so for this video, sharp pains, to look at the knee points, is now you've got a nice background for them. If you feel pressure, pain, sharp pains in your knees, directly related to ego. And then what to do when you notice the sharp pains is to have a look at where you were in your mind, what emotion or feel did you access, and to ask yourself, for how long have I been doing this to myself? And guaranteed you'll be noticing that you've done it for quite some time without even knowing it. And there may also be that once you walk through the sharp pain and actually resolve it, you also feel a bit of bruising in your knees, because, or in whatever part of your body you feel was affected, because of, you know, the overall damage that has happened over time. But it will heal, so do take care of those bodies. Right everyone, thank you very much, and see you in videos to come.